Well, I watched the Grammys, which I don't normally do. Like, I usually see highlights after the fact. I'm not against watching. I like award shows if it's funny or interesting or whatever, and I watched it last night.
Grammys, I think, are for me the most fun because it is so many people that we know.
Right.
It's like I feel like there's not a single
Oscars,
person we
like,
don't.
Wait, what's this movie?
Yes.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
And there's a lot of categories in the other award shows where I don't have the appreciation for some of the awards,
like sound editing. I don't care,
which like makes the whole movie, but I don't know. Yeah,
do that at a different award show.
Right, but at the Grammys, we know exactly what they're getting.
Now, to be fair, I did miss the Luke Combs and things with.
I heard that was the best part of the whole thing.
We have some audio. Don't worry.
We'll get to it.
Yep.
But I would say overall, it was one of the most boring things I've ever watched in my life.
Really?
You are not alone. I heard that. I heard that a lot.
Boring.
Yep.
The in memoriam, which I get, you do. Usually that's 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It was like 20 minutes of people who had passed away because they're doing like kind of tributes, and some are okay, some are not. But it's like, are we gonna get to another award?
Yeah.
And then they come back and it'd be some humanitarian thing about planting trees for another 15 minutes. I'm like, so it's like 40 minutes of no awards at all.
Who is the host again?
Trevor Noah, and I didn't see his opening monologue. His in-between stuff was like very vanilla and safe. It was very boring. We have
a little bit of his opening monologue. If you want to start with cut number 11.
I did not see this,
yes.
But his in-between skits were just boring.
Olivia Rodrigo's in the house, everybody. Olivia is performing her smash hit, Vampire. And you know, Olivia, I cannot wait to see what you rhyme bloodsucker with on national TV.
Oh, that would be hard.
Huh? Fuddrucker? You'll think of something. You'll think of something. Are you seeing what's happening right now? As Taylor Swift moves through the room, the local economy around those tables improves. Can you see that?
True.
Look at this magic right now. Look at this magic.
No, I'm saying I didn't see the opening monologue.
Yeah.
Which
this is it.
Usually written by 40 different people. But like the in-between skits were just kind of,
that makes me sad because I like him.
He came across as extremely likable. Like I'll say this. If you didn't see the opening monologue, you would not know he's a stand-up.
Okay.
It was just like kind of anybody could have done the stuff in between. It was very safe, boring.
Magic, huh? Lionel Richie, now Lionel Wealthy. Look at that. Universal has just pulled all of their artists off of TikTok. All the music is off TikTok. Shame on you. Shame on you for ripping off all of these artists. Yeah, how dare you do that? That's Spotify's job.
All right.
He's likable. And
he's very likable.
That is what the award shows have become. Is that if you didn't do the 20-minute in memoriam, then there would be people in an outrage like, how dare you not honor these people? If it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. If you play it too safe, you were too safe. If you're raunchy, then it was not made for children's eyes. It's like you can't.
It's still all about the ratings and getting people engaged and listening and watching.
I know, but it doesn't it seem that you just can do no right?
Yeah, they peaked. I looked. The Grammys peaked in 1984, with 50 million people watching.
Oh, wow.
And then not too bad pre-COVID. Even they were in like the 20 million, respectable.
Oh, that's less than half, though.
Oh, I know, but it had been trending down big time. 2012, I saw, for whatever reason, the host was not somebody that would bring people. It was LL Cool J. No one, that's not bringing eyeballs. But 40 million in 2012.
Wasn't there also something where people decided, big stars decided they weren't going to the Grammys
Sometimes
anymore?
they boycott them, yeah.
Yeah, so they
or
were,
it
I
could
think,
just be,
Yeah.
Or it could just be, ratings could be wrong.
and a
That's
lot
true.
of award season or a lot of award shows in this time, and typically by the end, you're like, I'm done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, it was 9 million.
Yeah.
To give you an idea.
Oh, my God.
What network had it?
Oh, I watched the whole thing. What was it? I don't know.
Was it CBS?
Who does George Stephanopoulos and Robin Roberts on? It was that one because I saw a million promos.
Well, ABC.
ABC. Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
so ABC. So ABC, I guess that would have been Disney Plus if you didn't have cable and you needed to stream it, because ABC is part of Disney. So that would have been on Disney Plus. Do we know if it was streamed, simulcasted on Disney Plus?
Oh, I don't know. If they did, they didn't mention it one time.
It says live on CBS and streamed on Paramount.
CBS.
CBS, okay.
CBS.
So they did stream it too on Paramount, okay.
All right.
Well,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of Paramount commercials.
Okay.
Paramount, sorry.
And there is, one of the major headlines that you're probably seeing is that Taylor Swift accepted one of her awards and totally snubbed Celine Dion.
And you can't hear it in the clip, but she just takes the award out of her hand without looking at her and just walks right past her.
And of course, everybody's in an uproar.
I was so angry.
I want to say thank you to the fans by telling you a secret that I've been keeping from you for the last 2 years.
I was like, she's going to say she's gay.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
I've been married to Travis Kelce
child.
for 2 years.
2 years secret pregnancy, the longest pregnancy in history.
Being pregnant and then having the baby, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
which is that my brand new album comes out April 19th. It's called, it's called The Tortured Poets Department. I'm going to go and post the cover right now backstage. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
I love Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of her speech, I don't think she came off great because she was like, "This is my 13th time winning," and number 13. That's just a number you've heard me say before. I guess like an album.
Is
or
it one of
whatever.
her albums?
And
Yeah,
and,
it's a
and
big-
It was
the
like
big-
the most self-serve. I was like, ugh. Now the second award she won, she came across a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm. Well, she did win several.
What does the snub part mean? What?
So when Taylor Swift was called as the winner of the award, she went up onto the stage, and
And that was
Celine
when-
Dion,
okay.
and Celine Dion, who by the way has
Yeah.
not been seen in public for a very long time because she's suffering a very, very unfortunate, tragic illness. It's basically stiff man's syndrome, where her bones are stiffening, and she's in a lot of pain all the time. She's not performing anymore, and she made this surprise appearance at the Grammys. And when everybody said that Taylor Swift blanked her, meaning like Taylor Swift went up on the stage, grabbed the award,
Without
and
looking
didn't
at her.
didn't acknowledge her
Oh,
at
at all.
all,
So
and went over
she
to accept
supposed-
it.
okay,
However,
Yeah, it was.
However, I think that that might have happened, but there were 1,000 pictures of Taylor Swift hanging all over Celine Dion.
Oh,
So I'm like,
okay.
Yeah.
Come
no,
on.
it wasn't personal. I think she
Yes.
just got,
Yes.
there's all these other people on stage, and she just turned and grabbed it. And,
yes.
I love Taylor Swift, but man, the fake, oh my gosh.
She does
look.
always do
Oh,
yeah.
I can't. What do you mean you can't believe it? You're the biggest star in the world. You do believe it. It'd be more of that if you didn't win, make that face.
Yeah, it is always the,
Well, what you're saying,
oh.
but Jared, what you're saying
It's
basically that she
overdone.
can't do right or wrong. First, she said it's my 13th, and then the other one was, oh, I can't believe it. Well, how should she be?
in the
No,
middle.
before she's not saying I can't believe it in the award. Is as when they announce her name at the table, she does this long looking at everybody, and it's like, okay, you've done that for 15 years now. There's no more, okay.
Just like a yes.
yeah, like okay, or whatever.
Or just a smile.
and
you know?
I think it's a little tacky to say how many awards you've won. Let someone else say it.
Yes, that's
when we
always
go
the best
to
bet.
when we go to the NAB or NCAB awards, I hear a couple morning shows or shows did that before. It's like,
Yeah.
this is our fourth.
And you know what we
Yeah.
were saying? Awkward.
Yeah. Let someone else say it.
Yes. It's always better to have someone else do it for you. However, again, she's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I was just sad that Travis Kelce wasn't there.
Well, see, that's my point.
Where was he?
Here's,
Well, he's
here's my thing.
practicing.
So what? Do you
Not
think
right
she's
now.
not in the middle of a world tour and she's at every single game?
It's
And
the
she's-
Super Bowl. He has to practice. They have to
She's
get the
on
plays
a
down.
world tour.
He might not be allowed to leave.
She's on a world tour, and the girl is going to be traveling back from Japan.
What did they say, like 13
to go-
time zones?
Yes,
Okay,
to
Katie,
go,
you
and
could see-
he can't show up for one
no,
night when
he
she's
can't-
winning
You can't see that.
because his job's more important. Is that
No.
why?
Because it's a
But-
man.
Mm-hmm.
He might not be even allowed to. It's the Super Bowl's on the line. I
But it was
guarantee the
last
Super
night.
Bowls have way more watchers than the Grammys.
Well, yeah, they'll have
I'm ta-
150
but
million people.
I'm talking about the fact that she has been there for every single moment for him to cheer him on and support him, and he can't come to the It doesn't matter the
You don't
size of the
know the
audience; she's there to
circumstances,
support.
though.
I'm just saying,
If
he
Taylor
wasn't
Swift
there.
doesn't show up to the Super Bowl, she'd be crucified.
Absolutely.
By the public, probably not him.
No, I don't think she was mad.
No,
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
who
Maybe a
knows?
little disappointed.
It just
She
is-
didn't mention him,
Yeah.
which I thought was, ooh, trouble in paradise.
I doubt it.
If she doesn't show up to the Super Bowl, there'll be trouble in paradise. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because the Super Bowl is in Vegas, and I
Mhm.
think this is in L.A., so, I mean,
It's not that far.
it's like a 40-minute flight. Don't want to root
Okay.
against them, but maybe. But yeah,
Well-
Taylor, all day, every day.
Mhm.
When your Super Bowl party is more about Taylor Swift than the big game, then you got a Taylor game! Just you and your cats and delicious Taylor Swift-inspired food and bev
You and
to
your
celebrate Taylor taking the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Like delicious, cruel summer squash and some mouth-watering You Belong with meatballs. Wash it back with some bad Bloody Marys. Or maybe enjoy a bowl of Look What You Made Me stew and a side of I Knew You Were truffle fries. And for dessert, a frosty milkshake it off, of course. Now you got a Super Bowl menu you couldn't imagine in your wildest dreams. See what I did there? Sunday, we're gonna Taylor Games with Taylor Swift in football.
I want to
But
steal.
mainly Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I want to steal all of those menu items.
That's a really great idea.
So good. Well, and also, Jason, you were talking about, or might as well play
Yes.
the football. So, there are a lot of people who are up in arms about the fact that Taylor Swift gets some screen time during the football game. I mean, people are like losing their minds that she.
This is ruining the game.
How dare you? We don't want to see Taylor Swift. Bleh. Well, there's one Swift.
We want to see our team in the huddle for 30 seconds. Doing
Right.
nothing.
And I mean, in the course of the game, she's seen for what, 30 seconds total?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But there is a Swiftie who is totally flipping the script on NFL haters of Taylor Swift, and I think it's genius.
I was literally just watching the air show. I wanted to see Taylor Swift perform, and for a total of 20 seconds during the whole 3.5-hour performance, there were 20 seconds where it showed Travis Kelce. I was like, what? He was there supporting his girlfriend and cheering for her, and I was like, I don't even understand what he's doing there, and why is it showing him? It's really not fair for us Swifties who have been fans of Taylor Swift for our whole lives. We wanted to watch her perform, and the cameras just keep panning to Travis Kelce. It's just inconsiderate. When it comes down to it, he's ruining live music. I could ever even go to another concert again.
She was so convincing and
That's
good.
hilarious.
That people are bashing her
Yes.
well, he wasn't even there. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? That's I can't even believe you missed the whole point. We're like, no, you're
you
missing
missed
the
the
point.
Yes. And it's so good.
You are so in your own train of thought, you can't even
That
get
is
out.
good.
Isn't
Good
that good?
actress, too.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is,
Yes.
but she...
Oh, she's just TikTok.
yeah, I
She's
know,
just
but I mean,
yeah.
she's good as an actress, I should say.
And then, Jason, you were asking about the Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs performance of Fast
I
Car.
heard that was really good, but I don't know. Maybe I.
Well, we have a little bit of a clip of Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs performing Fast Car.
My dad had a 1988.
Sorry, this is we can play this too, but this is Luke Combs talking about, because some people are saying
here you
why
go.
which one are you gonna do?
We're going to do the song.
This song.
I remember when we were driving in your car. Streets so fast, I felt like I was gone. City lights way out before. Mountain lights right around my shoulder. And
Ooh, I like
had a
this.
feeling that I belong. Had a feeling I could be someone.
It was really good, and they
I
kind
like
of took
that
turns
because also it seems it's even more fuller. The reason why I like the Luke Combs version so much is because it's more of a full band sound. That seemed even more of a full band sound. I like that a lot. I heard a lot of people were crying for some reason in the audience. I don't know.
I think some people thought Tracy Chapman was dead.
No, they didn't.
I saw that.
Are you talking
I
about
swear to
Joni
God.
Mitchell?
No,
They thought Joni Mitchell
Well,
was dead.
I watched that performance. I thought she was dead when she was singing. She was 95 years old. She was, okay, she's a legend, but do we have to do this? It was
It was painful to
she
hear.
was sitting in an overstuffed chair with her cane, and she was doing a cane dance while she's barely able to sing. It's do we? She's a legend. We don't have to do this.
Yeah, it was
Just give her the award.
painful to hear. But Tracy Chapman, I think, looks better than she ever has.
As people were saying,
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter or X or whatever saying, I didn't know Tracy because they hadn't seen her perform in forever.
For years,
Yeah,
yeah.
she-
It wasn't that. It was long. How long? 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably.
This Fast
She
Car,
was
yeah.
probably what 20.
She was
She's like
young.
50 now.
And then Luke Combs did talk about, people were asking, or why this song, because obviously it has come way back into popularity because of his version as well. But he was talking about what it means to him.
My dad had a 1988 Ford F-150 pickup truck. It had a cassette player in it. My dad would play me that Tracy Chapman self-titled album. That song, Fast Car, it was my favorite song before I even knew what a favorite song was. The idea to do Fast Car, I've been playing that song since I could play guitar, honestly. I just love that song. Tracy's obviously written one of the best songs for a few generations. It's just such a cool full circle moment for me, just to be associated with her in any way is super humbling for me.
And I thought it was weird afterwards.
That's
Luke
nice.
Combs ate Tracy Chapman. He was hungry.
I will have you know, your boy is losing weight.
Oh, he's getting that Zempic.
Maybe.
Kelly
I don't
Clarkson
know.
looked great.
Yes, she
Oprah
does.
looked great.
Yes.
Matt, if he was there, looked great.
Look great.
Yeah.
Matt, you look so good. So snatched at
all
the
these
Grammys.
Zempies there, man.
We call it Bro Zempic. You know what I mean? The boys doing that Bro Zempic.
That Bro Zempic
I don't
player.
know if he is or not. He just looks like he's losing
Did he?
weight. Yes.
He could be
It
doing that
shows I'm-
Monjar Bro, you know?
It shows that I'm fair, Katie, because I used to do Kelly Clarkson jokes.
You did, but now you can't.
Now I'm doing Luke Combs jokes. Yeah.
Can't even do Matt jokes anymore. Soon
Nope.
we're going to have to do Jared jokes.
I know.
Because Matt's like, what are you down now?
90
95.
pounds.
90.
Sounds like you're plateauing.
Dang.
90 pounds in how long?
90.
Just over a year and 2 months, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about the whole thing? Somebody asked me the other day. They're like, "Oh yeah, oh wow, that guy lost a bunch of weight." And I looked, I'm like, "Who?" And they were looking at Matt, and I'm like, "You know what the funny thing is? Like, if I go look at a photo, then I'm like, oh my gosh." But since I work with him every day, I don't really notice it unless I focus on it. It's so weird that it's
It is
like
weird.
that.
That is so weird.
Like, if you guys, if I go on vacation for a week, when I come back, you guys are going to be like, damn, she's so skinny.
I forgot.
I know.
How did we forget all this time?